In New York City, they have tried to put in all kinds of bans on any type of hair discrimination. Well, the Catholic schools in America have continued to harass Black children over their hair because, these hair policies pertain only to us only. It doesn't pertain to anyone else. It's just another form of discrimination against the African American community in this country. So the very, very corrupt Catholic schools have found a loophole so that they can continue to harass these children over their hair. So this came out in Atlanta Black Star. New York Catholic schools found an exemption to continue braid bans. City and State and city laws prohibit hair discrimination, but I guess they think they are an exception. December 5th, 2019. Despite a newly enacted law meant to crack down on hair discrimination in New York State, more than a dozen Catholic schools across the city have continued bans on natural braided hairstyles. This is on account of a loophole allowing faith based institutions to continue the biased practice targeting male students, most of them Black, according to the New York Daily News. The law signed by Governor Andrew Cuomo in July protects students and employees from race discrimination based on natural hair or hairstyles. Just this month, the statute saw an Upper East Side salon slapped with a $75,000 fine and mandatory bias training after discouraging its workers from wearing natural hairstyles. Woo, just can't leave us alone. However, that same law has had little impact on Catholic classrooms. I wouldn't have my kid in no Catholic school, with all the corruption and, just their churches and among the priests and stuff. I wouldn't want my, that, mm-mm. I don't care who I offend. I would not have anybody in my family go to no Catholic school. A caveat in New York's state order of Dignity for All Students Act states nothing in this article shall apply to private, religious, or denominational educational institutions, while the city's human rights law also exempts any religious corporation incorporated under the education law, the newspaper reports. It's these legal loopholes that have helped religious schools steer clear of the new city and state rules, allowing them to impose any restrictions they like. Well, I don't know why they can't abide by the laws of the state. There should be no exceptions. And being all of the child molestation and everything going on in Catholicism, you need to really monitor them and make sure the rules are carried out. They're just exempted because they are religious institutions and can set whatever rules of decorum they wish, no matter how discriminatory or racist, said David Bloomfield, a professor of education law at Brooklyn College. You know what, y'all? Take your kids out of those institutions and you're paying for that education. And they're pretty much saying they can discriminate and be racist towards your kids, and you guys are paying for this Catholic education. Some of y'all need to just use your brain and start thinking. How can you send your kid to an institution that's allowed to impose any discriminatory rule or any racism on your child and you're paying out of your pocket for that? Wow. The anti discrimination rules haven't been enforced in at least 14 of New York Catholic schools, where Black hairstyles such as cornrows are considered fads or trends. No, historically, our people have been wearing those hairstyles for centuries. That's not a fad or trend. Ooh, these people and their law IQs, man. A student handbook from Christ the King School in the Bronx explicitly states that no cultural preferences will be allowed, such as boys with braided hair. The ban on boys' braids was recently highlighted in a Daily News report after Queen's mother, Lavona Batts, took legal action against her child's school, Immaculate Conception Catholic Academy, when it told her to remove the 9-year old braids or he wouldn't be allowed in school. I was infuriated that now I have to do this because of something like his hair, Bat said. Of her lawsuit filed in October, this is discrimination. Cuomo and Mayor Bill de Blasio also blasted the school's policy as unacceptable and vowed to take action. The controversy still isn't resolved, however. Assemblywoman Tremaine Wright, who helped draft the state's anti discriminatory hair law, is now appealing for the New York Archdiocese to step in. It makes me very uneasy that the New York Archdiocese is not going to step in and encourage all of their schools to be compliant with state law, Wright told the Daily News, noting that she and others crafted the bill with the expectation that it would apply to all schools. A spokesman for the Archdiocese, which oversees Catholic schools across Manhattan, the Bronx, and Staten Island, addressed the matter in a statement. Families attending any Catholic school agree to adhere to the terms of the school's handbook, which will include guidelines on hair, wardrobe, and personal conduct, he said. Well, the way I see it, y'all, I wouldn't pay for no education where an institution can do whatever they want to my child. It just seems odd that Black parents would even be attracted to putting their children in a Catholic school knowing all of that. So they can practice any discriminatory thing or even racism in the school, and this is perfectly fine. Oh man. Woo. Our people seriously need to wake up. But I'm not surprised an institution is still trying to push this thing, y'all. See, they can't openly hate us over our skin. So they're going to the next best thing, and that's our hair, to make a big issue out of. But nonetheless, these hair policies only pertain to us. It does not pertain to any other group of people. That being said, then that is straight up racism. They're just trying to find another way of doing it. But y'all, this is some messed up crap that the Catholic schools are doing in New York. Then what's the point in putting these laws in place if you're going to allow them to have exceptions? Should be no exception once the laws are passed. And what you're really saying is the Catholic school is above the law. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.